So pardon my appearance. I kind of look like crap. It's Sunday, and I just finished winter, and I wanted to talk about it immediately before I forgot everything I wanted to say. This is Winter by Marissa Meyer. I think it's my new favorite book. It was amazing, and I'm going to try to talk in coherent sentences because I love this book. It's precious to me. It's been such a long time since I've enjoyed a book like I enjoyed this one. I finally had a 5-star book recently, and it was nice having a 5-star book again, you know? It's been a long time. This is like a 10-star out of 5-star book, like, it was so good. I'm sorry. Winter is the 4th and final book in the Lunar Chronicles series. They are fairy tale retellings in this future universe. It's kind of sci-fi, a little bit dystopia in there. That's what this is. So if you haven't read the other 3, just go do that, because there's no point in seeing this review without having read the other ones. Really enjoyed Cinder. Thought Cinder was a good solid book, enjoyed it. Predictable, but I liked it. I didn't like Scarlet quite as much, but I still liked it quite a bit. So Cinder was good. And then Cress put this all in a different, like, perspective for me. Like, all of a sudden Cress was like a whole different world, new ball game. I loved that book pretty much as I loved this one, but Cress brought it to another level, basically. And suddenly I saw how everything was going to fit, and I was like, yes, I am on. I'm down for this ride. And then Winter is just as good, if not even better. And I mean, I've never read a last book of a series that is so solid as this book, that is nearly as good as this book. Oh my god. Okay, I need to just stop gushing and freaking out and actually express my opinions here. So the big thing about this series is the characters are extremely lovable, and you care about them. I mean, I hope you guys care about them. If you don't, then I don't know what you're doing reading this series. But the whole idea is that we care about the characters. And they go through a lot of trials and tribulations. Basically, given any point in the book, somebody's not in a good situation, and we're very worried about them at any given time. You never know who's going to be in trouble, and there's lots of action, tons of romance, and I loved the romance. Marissa Meyer is excellent at writing romance. I mean, there are other authors where it's just disappointment after disappointment when they do romance, but this is not one of them. And there's lots of action in this book, lots of stuff happening. Even in the slower parts, you're excited and you want to know what's going to happen. And I mean, I was just enraptured the whole time. There's 823 pages in this book, and I was nearly squeeing and freaking out for basically every single page. I loved. I haven't gotten this feeling. I don't know if I've ever had this feeling from a book before. I love it so much. I could see other people having criticisms of this book. It is more predictable, and the plot in general is a more predictable kind of plot. Like, this isn't Game of Thrones, you know, you aren't thrown for a loop constantly. You generally know what's going to happen and what to expect with this book. But that's how I like it. I like the fact that this book is like that. It's comforting. It makes me feel good inside. I like having this feeling that I generally know what to expect. And it's what I wanted. It's everything that I could have possibly wanted is this book. Like, this book embodies that. Before this turns into like 10 minutes of me just freaking out about this book, and I mean, you should have heard the noises I was making reading this, and like the random things I shouted. My poor Mr. Mully. If you have read the series and you read Cress, and after reading Cress you went, whoa, I love this, you're gonna love this book just as much, if not more. That's how you'll feel. Now, if you didn't care for the first 3 books, like if Cress didn't do it for you, then whatever, what are you doing? with your life. Don't bother. It's not your thing. That's cool. We all have different things in life. I respect that. I mean, I don't like a lot of things that a lot of people love. So, but this book is precious. And yeah, I think it's my new favorite book. I mean, I don't care that I'm way too old to be reading young adult sci-fi dystopias. Normally I record things and I record a bunch of, reviews or whatever videos in a row. Um, and then I just kind of have them for a long time and I post them whenever I get around to it. But this one I plan on posting immediately because the book just came out. Anyway, I hope you're all doing well. And if you loved this book as much as I did, please talk to me about it. I need to talk to somebody about how much I love this book. All right. Bye, guys.